This podcast is a production of Unfiltered Studios. If you would like to know more about joining Unfiltered Studios, please visit our website at unfpod.com for more information.
I also liked the Ritz Brothers. Nobody knows.
Yes, the thing is, I don't know the work of the Ritz Brothers.
They
And I hear about the Ritz Brothers, but I don't know their work. Were they?
They were sensational. They danced in unison perfectly. They sang. Harry Ritz had the first. Everybody, when you watch Jerry
Lewis, yeah.
Jerry Lewis, or Sid Caesar, or countless great physical comics, they're doing Harry. I wouldn't say. I'll tell you the truth. It's Harry. What perpetuates our feeling about people is their longevity. There's very little or no longevity if 20th Century Fox doesn't reissue Sonia Haney movies in which the Ritz Brothers were the comic relief, the comedy relief.
We mixed, we loaded it, we edited it.
Sometimes we get so deep into conversation that we have separate segments worthy of their own place in the sun.
Here is a reshuffled mini episode.
I think that kind of leads us into the Ritz Brothers, because same kind of deal. Like, it's so funny. I'm going to include the clip, but Mel Brooks talks about how he was a fan of them, and Conan O'Brien is like, see, I've heard of them, and yet somehow they've escaped me. So it is kind of funny how they're kind of another act consisting of Harry, Al, and Jimmy Ritz. And I caught myself up on them and realized I had seen them, but it was often in other comedy, period dramas, even a gorilla horror movie. The gorilla. So it's like they were kind of much like some of these other guys. They were appearing in other marquee movies that they weren't necessarily the stars of, but they were featured because someone had to be in it.
Yeah. And again, it's one of those situations where you wish they would get more recognition, but you almost have to be a comedy aficionado to pick up on just some of the things that some of the acts that we've talked about. I mean, how many stand-ups today would even be able to name Burns and Allen just off the top of their heads?
Yeah, George Burns, Gracie Allen. Yeah, I don't think many would.
Yeah, but
they might know other stuff they're in later on, but not what made them famous.
Yeah, not what put food on the table when they were when they were starting out.
Sanity. They did appear in the 39 Free Musketeers with Don Amici. But yeah, they played the free lackeys, so I didn't realize that was them.
Yeah, the kinds of acts that you've heard of them, maybe you've seen them, but you don't recognize them off your head, and before you know it, hey, they're doing Shakespeare.
Oh my God! For this episode, I did sneak in a few other movies they're in, including Behind the Eight Ball, which is basically a stock theater is plagued by a series of backstage murders and sabotage. And they played the Jesters, the Jester Brothers, and it's definitely a highlight, I think, just because they're free to do what they want while also just given a better material to just play off of. But unfortunately, it is kind of like how James Mansfield was kind of discount Marilyn Monroe. They kind of are discount both Dead End Kids and Stooges. They just are people who were needed but were affordable. We can pay you peanuts to do what you want,
and that's the important thing in the studio business. If they are affordable,
if they will show up, and I don't have to pay them anything but peanuts. Okay, sure, let's do it.
I mean, it'd be hard to do that with some people. It's like you're calling up Liam Neeson. Hello. I got this role for you. You get $10 and all the shrimp you can eat. I don't know who you are.
You don't need to.
I'm allergic to shellfish. I do have a particular set of skills.
Liam, that's not what we're asking.
I know.
Click. I think he said yes. I'll know on Tuesday.
If we're lucky.
If we're lucky. Oh man. So with the Ritz, it is kind of sad to say you can go through a lot of their movies, no problem. They're not very terribly long. Harry did appear in Silent Movie for Mel Brooks, so there was a tribute. But later on, Harry and Jimmy do two movies together, including Blazing Stewardesses, which is a sex comedy by Al Adamson, 75, and then a comedy by Michael Winner. That's right, the Death Wish Canon Films sellout. One Ton, the dog who saved Hollywood.
Yes. Wow.
Oh, you've seen this one. Okay, yeah.
Yes.
It includes Terry Garr, Helen Kahn, Art Carney, of all people, and Bruce Stern, and Rin Tin Tin. So,
I mean, just the title alone makes you want to see him.
Tony Basil, the singer best known for Hey Mickey, is also in there as a ceremony guest. It's like, man, so they snuck in as many cameos as they could. They thought they had It's a Mad, Mad World, but they were mistaken.
It was maybe just a slightly peeved world.
A peep. Makes it sound even dirtier.
Not like Blazing Stewardesses, which was...
Yeah, they knew what they were making on that one.
I don't think I've seen a movie like that before, but I don't think it involved people being on fire.
I mean, they're heating me up, but that's a different story.
There was some friction, if you know what I mean. And believe me, I do.
Our boy John Carradine's in there. And he's playing a drum.
Night train. You get the stewardesses.
Oh, man. The writer and producer of this movie once said, not only did David Picker, what a name, the producer, have every word of the script rewritten, but he hired Michael Winner, the director of all the Charles Bronson Death Wish films, to realize the movie. As the post-Cathor de cinema directors like to put it, it was written by me as a satire by God knows who as a slapstick farce and directed with all the charm and wit of a chainsaw massacre. Wow.
With or without John Larroquette.
He could have narrated. He was working then.
A quick impression of John Larroquette in that early part of his year. Hello, I'll take it.
Also appearing is Bigot, but great talk show host, Milton Berle, Phil Leeds, Tab Hunter. So there you go. Again, they're getting all these silent movie era people in here, and probably God knows what they got paid. Ricardo Montalban is a silent film star. Man, what a hell of a cast.
I don't believe it. I don't believe he could be a silent film star.
Yeah, he's too intense for the screen. Have you seen him lately? Aldo Ray.
He's been dead for years, and he's still.
That's how intense he is. Yeah. But yeah, Aldo Ray, Dean Stockwell, it's an early thing for him. Nancy Walker, Robert Alda, Victor Mature, Yvonne Di Carlo as a cleaning woman. Well cast. Yeah, this is a hell of a movie. So, where did you find this movie of all things? I don't think they've aired it on TV much.
I just happening across it.
It must have been on antenna channels, probably.
Probably. Now for our Sunday matinee movie, Blazing Stewardesses.
Blazing Stewardesses. Oh my God, what a name! couldn't be less subtle.
He rode a blazing stewardess. He wore a shining star.
Jesus.
That leaves only is what you call a parody. A parody of the theme song from Blake. Yeah. From a Mel Brooks film, because we were talking about a Mel Brooks film earlier, and then we went over here. We did a little thing over here with a little bit of impression of Liam Neeson, and then we did a little thing over here. Then we're going back over here. Now we're going back to me, so I can say we're going back over here.
Oh man. Yeah, so I am way behind on freaking freaking Al Adamson movies, but ironically the tagline is "Eat Your Heart Out, Mel Brooks," and so I guess he seems, by all accounts, a pretty nice guy, despite being primarily a trashy, drive-in filmmaker guy, and it's kind of a shame that he's known more for his unusual murder.
That's sometimes you gotta do what you can to grab the headlines.
Oh my god! Jeez. Yeah, Giovanni DiCarlo's in this as well.
Lily Munster. Lily Munster.
Lily. Oh, yeah.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Whoa, heavy reality. Whoa.
Other stars in this include Regina Carroll, Jeffrey Land, Robert Livingston, and Don Redberry. And when I look at them, it's like, yeah, I think I've seen them in some of the other drive-in movies and westerns.
Come on, it's not a real drive-in movie for that time frame without John Agar.
Yeah, where the hell's John Agar or Vincent Price doing an uncredited cameo, being paid £1 million?
Yeah, John Agar was John Agar too pricey?
Probably. Too busy pretending to get slugged out by John Wayne.
I tell you, Pilgrim, I'd do the other thing in real life if I were you.
Oh man, this was written by Samuel Sharman and, oh my god, Mr. Italian exploitation guy himself, John D'Amato.
Yes.
Actually, no. Different Italian. That was a different D'Amato, but same kind of resume. He's got movies that include Black Heat, Girls for Rent, and wow, other lowbrow titles. The only one I've seen by him is Dynamite Brothers, which is a kung fu movie with Alan Tang and James Hong.
You know what? You had me at James Hong.
That's all you need, man. That's all you need.
So truly, we can say "Domo arigato, Mr. D'Amato." And now we're getting sued by Sticks.
I mean, they can try. They got time to listen.
Yeah, I think they've got plenty of time. I don't know which state fair they're playing at this weekend, but still.
We'll dick slap them. Go back and to your final sellout concert.
Did you send for the Ritz Brothers? Yes. They're here.
Well, you don't have to push that way. What do you want to do? You want to do? How do you like this guy? Yeah. Always that's what you do. Well, it wasn't my fault. It wasn't my fault because it was downstairs.
I'm sure that's all very interesting, but I'm afraid my time is limited.
Well, how'd you do?
I understand you fellas are supposed to be funny.
Why, do you want to make something out of it? Wait a minute.
We'll return after these messages.
Folks, Hal back here. We got a 90-minute weekly Shack Stop scrolling all over the world. Find it at 2 p.m. and 10 p.m. Eastern Time on Mondays, then 3 p.m. on Wednesdays, then 7 p.m. on Thursdays. You can catch it on many more radio stations, 99.9 KERB, 1 p.m. Central Time, 2 p.m. Eastern on Mondays. Then catch the encore on Thursdays at 5 p.m. Central Time, 6 p.m. Eastern. Then catch it Wednesday mornings at 11 a.m. Eastern Time, 10 a.m. Central on 107.7 K-Twins. Then hang out with us Wednesday afternoons on MXTR and House Shack Radio, 3 p.m. Eastern Time. Then Thursday, get up bright and early with us on 95.7 Web Radio at 6 a.m. Pacific Time, 9 a.m. Eastern. Of course, we've got your Friday covered as well. 12 p.m. Eastern Time on MXTR FM and 10 p.m. Eastern Time, 9 p.m. Central, 107.7 K-Twins. Find everything on HalShack.com. HalShack.
Welcome to the Better Call Daddy Show, the #1 podcast where we admit, no matter what happens, Daddy has the advice we need to fix our problems. Introducing my dad, Mr. Wayne Friedman.
That was good. It would be nice if you could also sing a song.
What would the song be?
You love Paris in the springtime. I just made up some words to it.
I love Rena in the springtime. I love Rena in the fall.
That's right. That's good enough.
What I do is interview people of interest, share it with my dad, and get my dad's advice. My dad is my hero. Nobody's got my daddy.
Oh boy, let's go to Grandpa.
If you like to be a little rebel, I tried to rein you in. I have a daughter named Rena that acts just like I did. She's got a son that is not only just like me, but it's just like her.
I'm your host, Rena Friedman Watts. Invite your friends, subscribe, and I'm excited to take this journey with you. Let's dive in.
She was teasing this guy with this sword, and she accidentally cut his dick.
Oh my God, I'm dying.
And then he started to enjoy it. I started going down the phone sex rabbit hole.
You've got the wankers, and they jerk off in 5 seconds, and then they're done because A, they don't want to spend money, and B, they're quick.
My stepfather had mania. If I'm yelling at one of my kids, that fear, that rigid fear.
Mom even said to me, I hope you have a kid just like you.
There are lots of people that are being bought and sold right now for profit.
If you think you're going to kill yourself, shut up and kill yourself. If you're not going to kill yourself, then shut up, smarten up, and it's all on you. The bullshit has to end.
Wow.
When I was 11 years old, I was raped and molested over the course of a year.
What Jeffrey Epstein had was a sickness inside of him.
I am Evan Castrilli Carmichael. I could do anything that I believe that I can.
I'm so excited too. Let's go.
Next on Better Call Daddy with my mom and my grandpa.
Stay tuned.
Follow us on the web on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. The podcast is available on Podbean, Spotify, iHeartRadio, Anchor, Apple, and anywhere else podcasts are available. Feel free to review our show and leave comments on any of those sites. Thanks a million for listening.
It's a jacked up